Hi, welcome to a pick a card reading. We're going to be doing a pick a card reading about what do you need to know about this person. So think of a person, it could be anyone, and this is something that I guess you'll need to know about them. I have 4 piles to choose from, so you can go ahead and choose whichever pile you're most drawn to. We have bracelets too, so yeah, go ahead and choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, pile one, hi, welcome to your reading. So you chose this bracelet with there's like a little elephant on it. So let's look at your cards. What do you need to know about this person? Okay, so the first card you have is the Ten of Wands, so you can talk about burnout, being a bit stressed out, overwhelmed with too many responsibilities. This person could be tired, and that might be something that you need to know about this person, that they've been doing a lot, that they're perhaps maybe they've been overextending themselves. Let's see, and we have the Seven of Cups. So something that you should know about this person could be that they could be feeling a bit lost, feeling like there's a lot of options, maybe feeling like they're not sure what they want, or maybe not sure how to get to what they want. The Seven of Cups can talk about fantasizing a bit, so it could be that this person like maybe fantasizes about you a little bit, thinks about many different ways that your connection with them could play out. And we have the Queen of Cups. No, Queen of Coins, not the Queen of Cups. But that's interesting too, because I do see it's interesting because like the Queen of Cups is known for being nurturing, and the to me I also see the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is nurturing as well. Um, so okay, I feel like something that you should know about this person is that they may be focused on grounding themselves in some way. They could be very focused on work with the Ten of Wands. They could be very overburdened with like work or their responsibilities, their duties, things like that. Um, and I think it's just like something that you need to know about this person is that they have a lot to look out for. Um, I think something else that you, you need to know about this person is that they do care about the connection with you. It does give me the feeling with the Queen of Coins that this person could be quite busy, and maybe part of the Seven of Cups is like, if that has to do with the connection with you, that they're maybe wondering how the connection with you can work when they have so much going on, and kind of trying to figure out how. Well, I would just say maybe they're thinking a lot about how things can happen within the connection with you. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So we have divine guidance. Okay. Actually, for some of you, maybe depending on who this person is that we're asking about in this reading, if they're a spiritual person and they like tarot and stuff like that with divine guidance, and I don't know, I always kind of connect the cards like how they lay out, how I end up laying them out. Like energies that come out near each other seem to speak to me. So yeah, with the Seven of Cups, it could be that this person does feel a bit confused about the connection with you, a bit lost, and wondering like how things can maybe develop in the connection with you. So with divine guidance, it could be for some of you that depending on who you're asking about, if they are a spiritual person, maybe they've been kind of watching readings about you. And again, that would be only if you know that this person's into tarot and stuff like that. But otherwise, it actually, I feel like it could also be that this person has been getting like weird synchronicities about you, about the connection with you, that makes them maybe question things. Maybe this person feels like they're being in some way divinely guided through the connection with you in certain ways, and it makes them kind of question, I think certain outcomes with you. um so yeah, let's see. um Trying to figure out how I want to. Okay, let's do this one. So we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. Yeah, okay, with this like earth energy and Taurus energy, I do feel like this person, yeah, no, for real. What I was saying earlier is this person could be very focused on their duties, their work, their responsibilities. There's a lot that they have to do or give their time to, and I think that they do care about you, and that's something that's coming through, is something you should know. But I do feel like this person is very logical. We don't, besides the Seven of Cups, it's mostly like Pentacle and Earth energy, which is very stable, very practical. So I do feel like that matters a lot to this person. And so when it comes to relationships, it's like maybe they need a partner that allows them to be able to have this certain amount of independence to get all these things done. And I would say it's like this person is looking at you and kind of maybe getting synchronicities about you, feeling somehow divinely guided towards you. Um, and I think it makes them fantasize about you. I think they kind of think a lot about, again, like how the connection with you can work when they seem to have so much um, on their plate. So just I guess, if you wanted my advice in this situation, some of you could be pretty, independent and good on your own. And I would say, obviously, that might work well with this person, and that's a good thing. But yeah, if, you struggle with like separation anxiety at all in this connection, I do see that as being a bigger challenge in the connection. So definitely working towards self-soothing and things like that if you deal with that, and it can help a lot. Moving on though. So we have Virgo. Yeah. I wonder if this person is an earth sign. We definitely have Taurus and Virgo here. And yeah, so I do feel like this person is like, something that you need to know about this person is that, let me move these cards up so you can see them better. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I think this person's very focused on their responsibilities, their routines, their work, their yeah, basically just whatever, their mostly focus seems to be like on work. And potentially, like, it also feels as if this person could be focusing more on taking care of themselves better. So if they have been stressed out due to like taking on too much, I feel like they are kind of focused on I do feel like the energy comes up as very like work focused. So I doubt, compared to like the average person, it seems like relaxing and seems like taking it easy. But for them, it definitely seems like, I think for some, it could be that they're trying to remove some of their responsibilities a little bit, take some time off, and take some time to kind of just like regenerate and like rejuvenate, those types of words. um So yeah, so it could be also that they're focusing on their health a little bit more, trying to be better about not running into this sort of burnout or something like that. Um, so let's see. I have Romance Angel Oracle cards here. So this doesn't have to be a romantic connection for you, but I wanted to pull these cards anyways for people who are romantically interested in this person. So we have it is safe for you to love, and we have separation. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely felt like for some reason it feels like this person hasn't been able to give as much time to the connection, and maybe that's why you've come to this reading like, what do I need to know about this person? Maybe you haven't heard from this person in a while. And definitely for those of you who are romantically interested in this person, and maybe that, if this person gets busy from time to time and there's a bit of like, I did mention separation anxiety earlier, so a bit of separation between you two at times. I feel like, again, a message that comes through is that this person does care about you and they care about the connection, and they're kind of confused and really trying to work out if things can work in the connection with you. And I do feel like they feel very positive about you, or at least they don't feel negatively about you at all. And this sort of "it is safe for you to love" message, I do feel like is meant to be, kind of a message for anyone who feels a bit of anxiety about this person, like, oh, are they not interested in me because I haven't heard from them in a while, or do they still care? Yeah, they still care, and I think they think about you and the connection with you a lot. And I think this person's intentions are pretty good, so I feel like there's not a lot for you to be worried about. Spirit doesn't want you to worry. It is safe for you to love this person. So we also have security and secure/safe. So yeah, I do feel like this person is focused on their security in some way, focused on work, their responsibilities, making sure that they're up to date with things. So yeah, if you haven't heard from this person in a while, I do feel like for definitely for most people who are watching, I do feel like they'll be coming back around, and I do think they think about you a lot, and I think it's mostly positive, but just a bit of contemplation about certain things, and it's going to depend on kind of your energy, and if you're kind of cool on your own, I think that kind of influences what this person is thinking of when it comes to you, and how much they feel comfortable in like developing the connection with you, possibly. So we have contentment, and then we also have Pisces, the psychic. Okay, so I think something that you should know about this person is that they are very intuitive. So I do feel like if this person gets the sense that them needing to spend time like basically give their time to other things, if it's going to upset you too much, I think that is something this person thinks about a lot, and it's something that they can sense. I think they're very intuitive, so they can probably feel if you're mad at them because they had to spend time somewhere else, or if you're upset with them, or I think this person can read people very well, and there seems to be something coming through of this person needing enough space and connections to get things done, and to have enough trust in those connections to know that that doesn't mean that they're not interested, or that doesn't mean that they don't care. So I think that, they really think a lot about the stability of the connection with you, if it can withstand, a little bit of separations at time if this person has to be busy. So I think those are things that are on this person's mind a lot, and definitely with this contentment card. Overall, they feel very content with you. I think they really enjoy being around you, and I think they feel mostly very positive about what could kind of happen in the connection with you. So just make sure to stay positive too, and make sure to remember that it's safe for you to love if this is like more of a romantic connection. But yeah, hope these messages resonated. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have the carnelian bracelet. So let's look at your cards and see, what do you need to know about this person? Okay, so you have Judgment. Okay. We have Six of Swords. So when I get the Six of Swords, I always think of things kind of calming down, things getting like better, things smoothing out. So to me, whenever the Six of Swords comes up, it tells me that in some way this person's life was like previously kind of chaotic in some way, and now things are kind of getting better. So with Judgment card too, it could be that this person has learned a lot through their experiences, and because they've kind of learned enough, they're able to kind of do things in a new way that it definitely seems like they're getting their life together in some way. Um, let's see. I wonder. I don't. Okay, Six of Swords. I feel like for some, this. Okay. This might just be confirmation for somebody because you probably already know this about this person. It wouldn't be something you necessarily need to know. But this person could be someone who's moved away. Or maybe it's either physically or it could be in some way like distance themselves from you. We have the World card. Okay. So yeah, and Judgment in the World card, that's a big energy. So this person's definitely learned a lot, like I said, learned a lot through their experiences. They're no longer stuck in some sort of cycle that they were stuck in that was chaotic, and now their life is kind of smoothing back out, calming down. And things, it seems like things are getting better for this person. I don't think it's necessarily physically, but it's like kind of a glow up energy for this person. But to me, I feel like this is more like perspectives are changing, ways of doing things are changing, maybe like lifestyle choices, lifestyles basically are changing. um let's see. Okay, we have Karmic Justice. Interesting. Okay, so it seems like this person has been making choices that have been bringing them, I think, good karma. Definitely with the Judgment and the World card, it seems like this person's doing a lot better than they were in the past, and I guess that's something that you need to know about this person. Could be since moving, if it's like you haven't heard from this person in a while, or since they left, because we do have the World card, which could mean that it does talk about cycles closing out. So it could be that this person's not even in your life anymore, and you're wanting to know like what's going on. I don't know, I have this funny thought. I'm gonna say it because it does make me think like someone might be checking in to see if someone's got bad karma for something, and somehow it's turning out that this person has gotten good karma. I don't know. Something I just thought about. It's kind of funny to me. But anyways, yeah, it could be like since moving away, this person's life has gotten a whole lot better, and that's thanks to making kind of better choices, doing the right thing. So let's see, we have, yeah, it's time to release negativity. I feel like, yeah, because the Six of Swords, like I said, it definitely makes me think like this person's past. And I almost said recent past, so it could be this person's recent past was quite chaotic, and maybe they were full of negativity, or their life was full of like chaos and negativity, and it feels like they've begun to make choices, moving away from things that maybe stress them out, make them feel negative, or make them feel sad, bad, any of the negative emotions. And I think it's like this person is consciously made the decision to move towards things that make them feel happy and move towards things that make them feel joyful, and that has paid off in some way. It's made their life feel a lot more optimistic. So we have 55 transits. So yeah, and the number 55 to me definitely does make me, sometimes it makes me think of moving. So yeah, it could be that this person moved away from you and you're wondering how they're doing. And yeah, they're doing good. They've been getting their stuff together and they've been moving away from things that don't make them feel good and taking advantage of opportunities that come their way. With the transits card, it definitely seems like this person, I guess something that you need to know about this person is they've gone through many changes. Either their life has gone through many changes, maybe their mental state has gone through many changes, and something it's like this person is, it feels like now they're taking advantage of the opportunities or the changes that come their way and making the best of things. And it's really working in their favor. So I have some Romance Angel Oracle cards here, just in case anybody's asking about a love interest. It doesn't have to be, but these are just cards I wanted to pull for those of you who are. So we have children. And we have, this could be the one. Interesting, children. So I don't know, it's maybe this person. For some of you, did this whole kind of like moving away energy, maybe this is like a childhood friend of yours, and it does make me feel as if like, I don't know, this person maybe was quite childish or immature in some way, or yeah, because of like maybe they had a very chaotic life in some way and they've made changes to, I think, kind of just like improve their energy in certain ways, and like seems like things are good for them. Yeah, I don't know, children could be something that affects this connection in some way. Maybe you have kids with this person, maybe they have kids, and that's something that maybe that's something you need to know about this person if you haven't heard from them in a while or a long time. Maybe they have kids now, I don't know. Kids could play a part in this connection in some way, I don't know though. To me it kind of just, to me it seems as if like something you need to know about this person is like they've done a lot of growing up since you've last seen this person or maybe interacted with this person. And yeah, for those of you who are interested in this person, yeah, maybe this could be the one. Yeah, actually, if this is someone new in your life and you're romantically interested in this person, then it could be something of a cycle ended in their life. So the World card could be an ending of a relationship, and it could also be something where it's like they've learned a lot from their relationships. For some of you, the Judgment energy can talk about like rebirth, a second chance at something. So it's possible for some of you that this is someone that you already ended things with, and if you know that they've come back around or something like that, they could be thinking that it could be something like they've figured out how to not be like so chaotic or something, and they're wanting to work things out with you or something, if that's if this is someone that you've met before. But then, yeah, for others of you, it could be that this person's moving away from a sort of stressful and chaotic past, and maybe that could involve past partners that they've let go of, and they're ready to kind of start new and kind of just like take advantage of whatever happens in the connection with you. We have cycle, which fits pretty well. I do feel like, okay, maybe, yeah. I get a couple things. It could be that this person has got was stuck in a cycle. So something that maybe you need to know about this person is that the cycle that they kept repeating, and maybe you thought this cycle would never end. I think it could be that, yeah, this person has actually kind of learned their lesson in some way, and they've definitely with karmic justice in the world, it's like they've learned their lesson. They're done with a certain cycle that they were stuck in, and that seems to be like an important message that's coming through. um I also feel like kind of the message that I was getting with the story of maybe this is a newer person and this person has had past relationships that didn't work out and they're kind of moving away from those and like letting go of past relationships. I think a message that comes through is that this person, if it resonates with you, that you know this person has dated many people. Um, Again, like, I guess the message that again wants to come through is just that this person has learned a lot from their connections, and or learned a lot from life, and they've done a lot of leveling up, and it's something like this person can handle things now. I feel like that's kind of like the message that's coming through, that you need to know about this person. So we have ignite and we have deep wisdom. Yeah, definitely with this, like what I said, with like learning a lot through their experiences, we have deep wisdom. It's like this person definitely, like, I guess what this makes me think is that there's someone here that really doubts that this person has overcome some sort of problem in their life, that they've really come out of some sort of cycle, that it's not going to be this sort of never ending story with this person, or like, I feel like this person definitely learned something from their experiences and they're now putting it into practice in some way, and it's showing that their life is getting better because of their choices. And I guess that's something that you need to know. And it with the ignite card too, um could be that this person has gained a lot of passion back. They're very inspired again. They're motivated to make their life better, to get organized in some way, or just to make the right sort of choices. And it does seem like whatever choices they've been making recently has kind of set them on a path of abundance and sort of like positive karma. So it's like things are getting better for this person, and I guess that's something you should know about them. And I think if you're interested in this person romantically, I think something that you need to know about this person might be that they're very excited about the connection with you, or they just have a lot of energy right now and feeling very positive towards kind of new starts. Um, and even like this person could even enjoy a lot of change. I don't know, that could be a message that's coming through, but that's basically all I have for this reading today. Thank you for watching. Hope those messages resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Alright, pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the green bracelet. So let's look at your cards. Let's see what you need to know about your person. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. So this is someone who's not very emotional, someone who's more logical, someone who's very intelligent, someone who thinks maybe more than they feel sometimes. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Four of Wands. That's interesting. For some reason, the message that comes through to me, so we have a Queen of Cups and a King of Swords, and so that's water and air, and we know water and air is typically not compatible, or like the most, yeah, definitely not the most compatible when it comes to the zodiac signs. But yeah, we have the Four of Wands here. I feel like a message that comes through is, although you and this person might be quite different from each other, I don't know, maybe you represent the Queen of Cups, maybe this person represents the Queen of Cups, but maybe one of you is like more sensitive, more soft. I feel like for some reason both of you could be possibly a bit introverted. That might not be for everybody though, but yeah, one of you could be quite like sensitive or soft, or I don't know. I do feel like although you and this person may have your differences with the Four of Wands, it does feel like there's harmony in the connection with you. So I don't know, maybe like you came to this reading, it's like, what do I need to know about this person? This is confirmation that although you recognize that you and this person can be quite different in ways, this person doesn't feel as if you're not compatible. I feel like this person thinks that the connection with you feels like harmonious and easy. So that could have been something that I don't know, maybe you were worried about that. Um, so we have willpower. Hmm. Let's see. We also have you and your loved ones are safe. So we have Cancer energy here. And then we also have, yeah, no, that's exactly the message. So it must be like some of you are concerned, like, does this person think you're compatible? Yeah, I do think they do. Especially with this trine sextile. This person feels like you get along well and you kind of flow with this person. Um, Interesting. We have willpower, and that's like definitely kind of a very strong energy. So it's like, I do feel like the King of Swords could be the person that we're talking about in this reading, like the person that we need to know things about, and that they could be quite strong, and maybe it's like they're a bit stoic in some way or don't show too much emotion. So it's like you're wondering, do they think positively about me? Do they like me? Do they think we get along well? And all those, questions, the answer would be yes. Um, Also, something you need to know about this person with willpower and the Four of Wands, especially if you're interested in this person romantically, like maybe a question about this person you might be wondering is like, would they work well in a long-term connection because maybe they don't seem to be so soft or maybe emotionally vulnerable all the time, or maybe they seem a bit stoic or aloof, these kinds of things. Then I think, yeah, like something you need to know about this person is that they can get very invested in someone and they can definitely stay committed in relationships. They could also be kind of stubborn too. Maybe that's something you need to know about this person. But yeah, also with this willpower, I kind of get this kind of very strong energy. So it's either like emotionally strong and maybe not always very emotionally vulnerable, or maybe the most emotionally open. This kind of stoic kind of energy, and maybe you're wondering like, because like we have Cancer energy here, and the Four of Wands is also kind of making me think of family. Um, and so it's like, something you might need to know about this person is that they would be very like nurturing in a family dynamic. Like they would make a good husband, they would make a good father, they would make a good wife, they would make a good mother, those types of things. And yeah, so if you were wondering about that, then yeah, I guess that's something that you should know about this person. So we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So yeah, I guess that's something that you need to know about this person is that I do feel like, for the other two piles, I didn't read this little bottom part here. But for yours I did, and I do feel like that's something you need to know is that divine timing is at work in your love life. That this isn't something that maybe you can actually control too much. But the good news is with this trine and sextile energy and the Four of Wands, you do have either a very harmonious connection with this person or potential for a very like good and like energy flow good relationship with this person. We have forgiving and learning. Now that this card is out, it does make me think of this other card because you also have forgiveness. So it definitely seems like there's very important messages for you in this reading. Like, compared to pile 1 and pile 2, pile two's message seems to be kind of like fun and like, I guess not really. It's like maybe the messages aren't the most crucial to their connection. But it's something about this reading feels like the messages are important for someone or a group of people to hear. Definitely with that forgiving energy coming out twice, it's something about forgiveness is coming through that's very important for someone to hear. So it could be, that this person, yeah, with the willpower, it's like this kind of like not very emotional energy. Maybe if you've had conflict with this person recently, and someone or some of you are wondering, like, because we had a fight or something, do they think that we're not compatible, or do they not like me anymore? Or kind of wondering like what this person's feeling. And I guess there's a message coming through that this person would be very forgiving. They would forgive you, or I feel like a message that's coming through is this person is not as hard as like you maybe think they are. Like, maybe you see this person as like not caring at all, or like not very emotional, or doesn't think, doesn't feel too deeply on things. And I think you would be surprised that this person has a lot more emotion and a lot more feeling than they show. Like, they're a lot more nurturing, they're a lot more I guess caring than maybe you think they are. So if you've had a fight with this person, maybe something you need to know is that, and maybe if you're mad at this person, that they're coming in to ask for forgiveness, or they want your forgiveness, or the message is that they would forgive you if you had a fight with this person or something. So, and then we have Taurus, the lover. And then we also have guidance. Yeah, okay. I don't know. This is such a specific message. And it's so weird that it's coming through. So, like, I'm so curious to know if anybody does resonate with this. But I keep getting, like, babysitter vibes. And it's not for everybody. Definitely this is not like your babysitter, but like I keep thinking of like someone like hired a babysitter for their family or their kids, and they're like kind of like trying to analyze, like, is this person, like, maybe they don't seem the most like nurturing or caring or like good with kids or something like that. Will they be safe with my children? I would not suggest going to a tarot reading to figure that out, but it does make me think of that like someone here is like hired a babysitter for their children, and they're really wondering, like, will this person be responsible, or will this person get along well with my children? Will they be like, so it doesn't have to be like a babysitter, but for some reason it's making me think of like, will this person be responsible, or will this person it's even coming in as like, if you're romantically interested in this person and you want a family, and you're looking at this person and thinking, would they make a good parent, would they like guide like our children in the right direction, or like, what's their parenting style like? And it's definitely making me think of like wondering like how this person would make choices if you were to be around this person in some way. I don't know. But yeah, I do feel like the message that comes through is like, although this person may not show the most emotion, or like, I don't know, maybe they don't have a very like upbeat and like bouncy and like playful personality. Even with this like bracelet here is kind of more like cool, and I don't know, it's kind of got a bit of like a goth type of style to it, or like a darker style. Maybe this person wears a lot of black, And it's like something about this person comes across as mysterious, and you're wondering, are they lovable? Like, do they have, like, I don't know, or it's like a message that comes through is this person's a lot more loving and a lot more nurturing, a lot more responsible, and a lot more um, you forgiving than you maybe think they are, maybe at this time or something like that. Or at least it's like a message that this person wants forgiveness, or they would forgive you, and yes, the connection with them is still cool, and they still think you get along well and that things flow. So I really hope these messages resonated with you. It's like something that you needed to hear about this person. So yeah, thank you for watching, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Okay, the last pile 4 with the tiger's eye bracelet. What do you need to know about this person? Let's see. Okay, so the first card you have is the Two of Swords. So that's always kind of like about indecision, not knowing which choice to make. This person may be thinking a lot, contemplating things, trying to figure out which way to go on something. And generally when the Two of Swords come up, it's like, this is not a time for taking action because we're chilling. I guess, but yeah, so actually for some of you it's like this person's chilling. I don't know, they're like, I was going in the direction of this person is not taking action because they haven't made a decision, and that could be the case. But for some of you, it's like this person's chilling. They're not, and maybe they're not wanting to take action. Like, they're not wanting to even think about something right now. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. We have Temperance. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed her eyes are closed. And her eyes are also closed. So it does make me feel like this person's... And it feels like it's on purpose. So I feel like the message that's coming through is that, like, as something you need to know about this person is that they're purposely holding off on something, like some sort of decision. And it could be actually that they're just kind of like, I don't know, it feels like for some it's like a little bit irresponsible, but like they're allowing themselves to be distracted with like pleasurable things or just other things that, and I don't know, it feels like it could be that this person is needing to make a choice, and this choice should be important to them, and they're not taking it seriously. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm getting. But let's see. And then we have the Tower card. Okay. Yeah, no, so the message to me that's coming through... the things that I notice about these cards is... you know, sometimes, you know, the Two of Swords representing like options, choices, needing to make a decision. And it could be, it's like this person, to me it feels as if the way her eyes are closed, it's like she knows she needs to do something, or she needs to make a decision or take action on something, but she's actively choosing not to. And to me, the way I'm looking at this with the Temperance card, it's like, I feel as if, you know, the way her eyes are closed in this card, this is what she's doing, which is like paying attention to many other things that might be very fun and joyous and like make her feel good, but maybe not necessarily what she should be doing or supposed to be doing. Because then on this side we have the Tower card, we have flames in the Tower card, and we also have flames down here in the Two of Swords. So to me it's like, while she's, you know, purposely ignoring these flames and doing these joyous things that take her out of maybe like this sort of stressed, oh, I gotta take care of all these things sort of energy, choosing to ignore it anyway, Um, I don't know. I guess the message that's coming through is that this person may be ignoring something that needs to change, something they need to focus on. And yeah, there's definitely like an avoidant energy where things could be falling apart or things potentially could be falling apart, and this person's very aware of it, but they're choosing to ignore it. Like choosing not to make a decision. Okay. Hopefully that resonates so far, but let's see what else you have. Before I get into that, with the Temperance card, it could be... This could be related to school in some way. Like maybe... And it's giving like someone giving their energy to something that they're not serious about. So it could be like something like someone knowing that the thing they're going after in school, like the degree that they're going after, is not something they're actually passionate about. They're choosing to kind of like not make a decision in leaving that situation. It could be that this person is needing to leave a situation that's going to, like, they're aware that it's not going to work out in some way. Let's see. We have confidence. That's interesting. Confidence. So, I mean, we have Temperance energy, so Sagittarius energy is here. Confidence does make me think of like Leo energy. But a lot of fire is being shown in these cards. Even this person could be a fire sign, have a lot of fire in their chart, or just have like a very fiery personality. I feel like with the confidence and temperance, it's like this person is choosing to stay optimistic about things despite knowing that things could end or that things could really change and shift or something could fall apart in some way. Let's see. We have nothing is yet set in stone. And we have Cancer. Yeah, so something important for you to know about this person is that they don't... Okay, with the Temperance energy, this sort of it's a little bit of giving a little bit of clown energy. Like, I don't want to take things seriously. I don't care what happens. That could be that that's this person's mentality, is like, I just want to mess around, I want to have fun, or like, I don't want to take things seriously, and I don't care what happens. Even if it could be quite bad. But yeah, it's like this kind of cocky energy, maybe a little bit too confident. And but yeah, something that you should know about this person, since I am kind of reading this in a general way, I'm not really thinking about this in a love type of scenario. So if you are interested in this person romantically, it does feel like the message that's coming through is this person's purposely not looking at the connection. They're purposely not taking things seriously, and they kind of don't really care. And this is really harsh, sorry. They kind of don't really care what falls apart. They haven't made a decision. They're not serious about something, or they're not, nothing is yet set in stone. So it's like this person, maybe the message is that they might come towards you and take the connection with you seriously, and they might not, especially if it's not very fun. it seems like this person's kind of distracted and looking at like colorful fun things right now, and like it does feel like there's a heaviness around them that they should be paying attention to, or they should be like more careful about, and it seems like the energy is not very careful. So it might be that this person doesn't take things too seriously and doesn't really care what they might lose. We have honeymoon, and we have soulmate. So yeah, if you're interested in this person romantically, that is definitely, it came across harsh. I'm sorry about that. But that's not to say that this person, they're definitely in a fuck it energy. I don't really care right now, and like that's kind of their energy. And I guess that's something that you need to know about this person. But there also is this nothing is yet set in stone. And while I think there is an energy right now of like they're not really taking things seriously and they don't really care at this time, that's nothing is yet set in stone, so that could change like tomorrow with this person, especially with the Cancer energy. This person could be quite moody, change their mind a lot, and they may not commit themselves too much, especially with this sort of Sagittarius Temperance energy. This person feels quite distracted, and with the honeymoon card too, it does often make me think of honeymoon phase, and in general phase. Like with Temperance energy, especially when it comes to romance, is very like, ooh, like shiny new thing, and that's interesting, the shiny new thing. And so it could be that when this person gets bored, they don't take things seriously, they don't really care what they lose, and that could be something for you to know, is that like maybe this person had kind of the honeymoon phase with you. They were like very like interested, or they, something, and then I don't know, it's like with the Two of Swords, they're feeling indecisive, they're wanting to pay attention to maybe many other things or colorful fun things, and kind of choosing to ignore that things could kind of fall apart, possibly in the connection with you, or if this is not having to do with love, just in general, that's like kind of this person's in a reckless energy. But they are your soulmate. And so yeah, I do feel like this person cares about you, and like I do feel like this person is selfish, or like they might be very much behaving selfishly right now and choosing to just kind of do whatever they want, regardless of how it makes anybody else feel. And that could change. So that's a message for some of you. Is like this energy is kind of, for some of you, it's like the message is that this energy is kind of temporary. This person's kind of moody, and they might shift a lot. So right now they might have this kind of not taking things seriously energy. Could be the message is that that might change in the future, and they might want to like take things more seriously. But yeah, I don't know, the energy that's showing up right now, and something you need to know is that it's kind of like an avoidance type of thing with them. So we have receptivity. Okay. Let's see what else we have. B. That's kind of interesting. We have B underneath the B on the confidence card. And we have transform. Okay, so yeah, actually, something that I think you need to know about this person, especially for those of you who are interested in this person romantically, and you're like wondering, like, it seems as if this person is not wanting to make a decision about something, or not looking at something, so it could be that you're waiting on this person in some way. And it could even be that there's things that have happened in the connection with them that they know at this point that things could get very rocky with you, and they're choosing to avoid it. They're choosing not to look at it. And I think there's a message coming through that for some of you, it seems like this person is completely kind of cut you out in some way, or is again not seeing you in any way right now. And if that's the case, I feel like there's a message coming through here that this person, there's a lot of energy about this person changing in some way. Like nothing is yet set in stone. We do have receptivity and we have transform, so it does make me think at some point this person will take things more seriously and kind of look at that tower energy and be like, all right, I need to clean some things up. And that might be like in the connection with you. And I do feel like if you're kind of waiting for this person to get back to you in some way, a message that you kind of need to know about this person is that they are planning on being receptive. You do have the soulmate card here, and you do have the honeymoon card, so again, it's like you need to know that this person goes through like phases. They, one day they might be this way and one day they might be completely different. Even with the like temperance in the tower card, it could even be that this person switches between feeling very optimistic and abundant and great about their life to feeling like it's the end of the world. And especially with the cancer card, could be like that this person is quite sensitive actually, that sometimes they're very confident and feeling amazing, other times they're feeling like the complete opposite, feeling like again the world is ending. And that could be something you need to know about this person, that they change a lot and like they're very moody, and that could kind of like affect the connection with you. But like, yeah, if they've like hesitated on something, I don't think that's for long. Like there's a message coming through, like just be patient and chill and like relax, and this person will kind of like transform this energy and kind of maybe come back around. Or there is again something about like cycles here and like things kind of switching back and forth with this person. So yeah, that could just be something you need to know about them. um so yeah, I hope that this message resonated with you, and that they were, I guess, what you were looking for as far as what you needed to hear about this person. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.